What's up, my friend? DK here. Welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to dive into the comparison of the myEcon compensation plan to the LiveGood compensation plan. And first and foremost, before we dive into this, I need to establish some ground rules. And I want to make this as fair as possible, comparing one compensation plan to another. And if you've seen any of my other videos, link in the description down below, of my comparison series where I compare different compensation plans to one another, it's important that you have to find the most apples to apples common ground so you could do somewhat of an even comparison. And there's multiple, things that are different from the LiveGood compensation plan over to the myEcon compensation plan. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take out any fast start bonuses. I'm going to take out anything that doesn't have to do with the actual renewal itself. And that's what we're going to compare here, just like I've done in multiple other videos. We're comparing the monthly renewal. So regardless of what you get when you join, whatever the commission percentage is on a fast start bonuses, we're taking that out of the equation, and it's just going to come down to the monthly renewal. And like I've done in other videos, in order to keep this fair, we're going to do this on 1,000 people on your team based on help 3 who get 3. So based on that model, if you personally sponsor 3 people, and then those 3 help 3 who help 3 who help 3, and so on, and that cascades down to 1,000 people on your team. We'll talk about what rank you would be at and how much money you would be making each month with the monthly renewal. That is it. So we're going to look at one compensation plan compared to another. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to dive into the LiveGood compensation plan. Then I'm going to show you, literally on paper, I'm going to show you the LiveGood compensation plan. Then I'm going to show you the myEcon compensation plan. Then at the end of this video, we're going to head to the dry erase board and we're going to draw out side by side which one is better, and we'll let you decide. Let's dive in. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the LiveGood compensation plan. Now, anybody could go grab this right off their website. So I'm going to kind of scroll through really some of the, fast starts and whatnot. And really what we're focused on is every single month when someone renews. Okay. So this is what we're looking at specifically here is the matrix commissions. So you can see it's 2.5% based on the person. Now there's a couple of things that I want to point out here that is going to come into play, I think, when we get a little further into this comparison of the compensation plans, okay? We're going to talk about rank, and I also want to talk about what the monthly renewal is, and I also want to I want to mention something here that I think is worth mentioning, and this will kind of maybe just shed a light on, because I know I've done these comparison videos before, and I'm just going to be honest with you, I've gotten some hate, okay? So if some of you guys are LiveGood fans, I know you're going to be hating. Maybe some of you guys are myEcon fans. Maybe you're going to be hating. And I'm just trying to give you the most accurate black and white data. So don't hate me for the data, okay? You may want to hate the fact that it seems like I might be shitting on your company or whatever. And that's fine if you want to get into it with that, but I'm just showing you data, okay? And that's what we're doing this based off of. So I want to talk about the fact that right off out of the gate, to join LiveGood, this doesn't have to do with the side-by-side comparison, but I just want to mention this. To join LiveGood, it's about $50. And with that $50, you get a 50% fast start commission. So you join for $50 and then you get a $25 fast start bonus. When we get to myEcon, I'll show you what that fast start is over there, how that's obviously different from LiveGood, and you'll see the difference between the two. So I want to mention that the affiliate will join for $50. Technically, it's $49.95, and they'll get a 50% or $25 commission. Now with the renewal, which is what we're talking about right here, the member renews. Okay, it says right here, all percentages are based on a $9.95 membership fee, a membership renewal. So every single month when they're renewing, that 2.5% comes off of $9.95. Now, when you renew at $9.95, keep in mind, it's just numbers. Don't hate me for the numbers, but you can only stretch $10 so far. Okay. So you can see what the renewal is right here. The other thing I want to talk about with the LiveGood compensation plan is rank. And I'm going to cover this with myEcon as well. When you look at the different ranks here, you can see unranked, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. In this specific example, if we're going off of the help 3 who get 3, and the reason why I'm sticking to that is I've done that in the comparisons with all the other companies that I've done. So I don't want to stray and go too far off the reservation and say, oh, we're going to talk about, sponsoring 100 people, because the average person sponsoring 100 people isn't really anywhere close to a reality. The average person in network marketing maybe gets 3 to, I'd say, 5 sales max in their network marketing career. So even on the far side of things, help 3 who help 3, again, this is all an example. It's just an example, but I want to keep the example as close to reality as possible. So what I want to point out here really quick, and I'm going to show you the same exact things with the myEcon compensation plan, so don't worry. Okay. When we scroll all the way down to the very bottom of this compensation plan, there's a little link right here. It's kind of hidden almost. It says click here for details on rank advancement. So when we scroll back up and we look at how the percentages are paid out, so if you really want to rank up, to silver, gold, platinum, diamond, let's go look at how you would have to do that. And again, I'm going to show the same thing when we look at the myEcon compensation plan. So if I click here, we're going to see how you rank up. Okay. And you can find this information too. It's right on their website, right? So bronze, you have to have 2 personally sponsored. To get to silver, you have to have 10. So if we're going on the help 3 who get 3 model, now I know right off the bat, all you LiveGood fans are going to be like, oh, he's doing 3 who get 3 to keep it limited. No, I'm doing 3 who get 3 because this is the same thing I've done for a dozen other videos. I'm trying to keep it even across the board. Help 3 who get 3, or even help 2 who get 2, which would be even worse in this specific case. Okay, so we're going to do help 3 who get 3. So if you do help 3 who get 3 and you build out to 1,000 people, what rank does that leave you at with LiveGood? Well, that leaves you at bronze. Okay. So that may or may not factor into the total compensation when we get to the end of the video. So in order to rank up to silver, you need 10. In order to rank up to gold, you need a personally sponsored 30. In order to rank up to platinum, you need a personally sponsor 100. And then in order to get to diamond, even though it actually doesn't say in here how many you need to personally sponsor, but I'm assuming minimum at least 100. Okay. And you need to have 2,500 total people on your team. Okay. So just looking at the ranks, I just want you to have an idea of that as we go forward into this comparison, LiveGood versus myEcon. Okay. So now let's head on over to the myEcon compensation plan. Now that we have an idea, we know that we're going to go down to 1,000 people, help 3 who get 3. It's 2.5% of the membership, which is $9.95. Okay, so now let's go over to myEcon and let's go look at the same numbers. So I'm going to show you a few different slides with the myEcon compensation plan. So first thing we're going to look at is, remember we talked about with LiveGood, it's $50 to join with a 50% fast start bonus. So again, just numbers here. There's 3 different ways to join with myEcon. You have a $100 level, you have a $40 level, and then you have a discounted $40 level, which is a $20 level. With each of those, instead of LiveGood being 50%, with myEcon, it's 70%. So you can see here, if you join, as an example, at the $20 level, you get a $15 commission. If you join at the $40 level, you get a $35 commission. If you join at the $100 level, you get a $70 commission. Okay, so it's a 70% fast start versus a 50% fast start. So let's just get that off the table, get that out of the way. Is that going to factor into the renewal, which is ultimately why we're here, to find out which compensation plan pays the best on the monthly renewal? That's why we're here. Does the fast start bonus factor into that? No, it does not. I just want to show you the difference between the 2 plans to join and get started. Okay. Now the monthly renewal. Okay. At LiveGood, it's $9.95. There's no denying that the LiveGood compensation plan is obviously less than the myEcon compensation plan, because now With myEcon, you have two different membership levels. You have the FSM level, which is $40 a month. You have the EBM level, which is $60 a month. So you're either paying $40 a month to renew or you're paying $60 a month to renew. That is going to obviously play a factor into the compensation plan. So you may be thinking, oh, well, LiveGood's better because it's cheaper. Well, again, we're basing it off of 1,000 people. We're basing it off of black and white data. We're basing it off of help 3 who get 3. 1,000 people on your team. Which pay plan will pay more? It's as simple as that. Could you realistically say that it's easier to get 1,000 people into LiveGood because it's cheaper? Well, not on the entry point. Not on the entry point. It's actually cheaper with myEcon. It's more money on the renewal with myEcon, but it's cheaper to get into myEcon. So, you can slice the apple several different ways. And again, we're trying to keep this as close as possible. So now let's look at the different ranks over here in myEcon. You have gold, you have platinum, you have infinity, and you have CEO infinity. So how does one rank up and how many people do you need? Let's take a quick peek at that. So this is the PDF for the myEcon compensation plan. And if we were to go based on the model of help 3 who get 3, all of the ranks you can see here, whether it's EVP, whether it's CEO, whether it's, platinum or gold, all of them, you need a minimum of 2 personally enrolled. So when you think about the law of averages with somebody in network marketing, how many people is the average person going to sponsor? I think this compensation plan here with myEcon caters a little more towards the average person, where LiveGood, in order to get to platinum, you need 100 personally enrolled. Is the average person going to reach platinum in LiveGood? Most likely not. Can the average person, and again, I'm doing this based on data, based on black and white numbers, can the average person reach the higher ranks of myEcon based on average sales? You need 2 personally enrolled. I think that's a little more reasonable. Okay. Again, I'm just giving you my 2 cents here. So if you did help 3 who get 3, that would put you at CEO infinity, which is the highest rank. You can see right here, you need 300 active associates. You need a minimum of 2 personally sponsored, which you would qualify for if you did 3 who get 3. Okay. And here, no more than 100 on direct marketing teams, meaning on each leg. So just like LiveGood has different legs, enrollment legs, it's the same thing here. No more than 100 people per leg. 3 who get 3, you'd have 3 personally enrolled, 3 legs of 100. That would put you at CEO infinity, which would be the highest rank. So now that you understand that and the differences between ranking up in LiveGood versus ranking up in myEcon, now let's go take a look at how much the renewal is with myEcon. So this is the first slide, which I just showed you, the fast start slide, the day that people join, and you could see the overrides and the commissions that are made. Now we're going to look at the monthly renewals. So keep in mind, if you did 3 who get 3, you had 1,000 people on your team. And again, we're comparing this to LiveGood. We know that in LiveGood, it's a $9.95 membership, and you get 2.5% of that. Okay. So now if you had 1,000 people on your myEcon team, that would put you at CEO, which is the highest rank. And as you can see here, from Gen 1 down to Gen 5, which is basically your first level down to your 5th level, you get an average of $9.50 up to $13.30. You would get somewhere between those ranges. Okay. And Generation 6 down through infinity, meaning there's no cap on your income, unlike a matrix, which, the matrix with LiveGood can go, I think, up to 15 levels deep based on your rank. And in this case, if you followed the 3 who get 3, you would not reach that because you would only be at the level of bronze. Okay. So here you can get paid down to infinity with just 3 people. And we're going to go based on the law of averages with this compensation plan. We know specifically in LiveGood, it's 2.5%. That was clear. That was right on the graph that you saw on the LiveGood compensation plan. Here, we're going to have to take an average. Okay. So most of those 1,000 people, the help 3 who get 3, the bulk of that is going to be somewhere between probably your 4th and your 8th level. So let's go ahead and take an average. Okay. Let's go ahead and take an average of between $6 and $13.30. Okay. So obviously, if we split the difference, let's just call it somewhere around $9. Okay. We're just going to call it $9. I think that's going to be fair if we look at the difference. And again, I'm trying to be as fair with this comparison as possible. So the renewal with LiveGood, it's 2.5%. And with myEcon, we'll say it would be an average of about $9. And I think that's being very conservative and very fair. Again, based on 3 who get 3, the rank you would be at, the money you would get, based on, one more time, the monthly renewal. Okay. So now let's head on over to the dry erase board. And I know there's some variables here. And I know all you LiveGood and all you myEcon fans, you're saying, well, what about this? And what about this? And you're not factoring this in. Again, I'm just trying to be as apples to apples as possible. And I'll give you a clue here. I did a comparison video with another health and wellness company that had the same, a very similar compensation plan to LiveGood. And I was getting some hate on that YouTube video. I had a lot of people saying, oh, well, you didn't factor in this. You didn't factor in this. And one of the things that people had stated is that I didn't factor in product sales. I'm not factoring in product sales with myEcon because the membership is the product. So when you pay the monthly membership, you get access to all of the products. And there's also additional a la carte products that you could purchase. But when you talk about product sales, nutritional supplements or other digital products and services, those are variables. Not everybody is going to purchase a product. Not everybody is going to purchase a protein shake. Not everybody is going to purchase a health supplement. But everyone that is an active member will pay their membership. So you have to take out the variables. You have to just look at, if people just pay their membership, what is the renewal? What is the compensation plan? It's as simple as that. Okay. So now let's head over to the dry erase board. Let's dive in. Okay, so here is the black and white data, the black and white numbers based on everything that we've learned in this video. I know you could say, all right, Daniel, it's black and red because you're using red, and you would be correct. So we're going to do this based on help 3, who get 3, and that goes down through 1,000 people. Okay, so we're comparing 1,000 people, and I know this looks like a 6, and I'm going to fix it. Okay, so as we look at this, 1,000 people, okay, we can factor in rank because rank specifically is going to factor in to what you would actually get paid. So based on the compensation plan, the rank that you would be at over in LiveGood would be bronze. You would be at the rank of bronze. Okay. So the rank that you would be at over in myEcon would be CEO Infinity, which happens to be the highest rank, again, over inside of myEcon. And based on what we saw, and I am going to cover one thing here, because I know with the LiveGood compensation plan, you have matching bonuses. That's a big part of the compensation plan. So I am going to talk about that because I know all you LiveGood lovers out there, you're like, oh my gosh, he's not going to talk about the matching bonuses. He's screwing it up. It's not going to be accurate, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to talk about that. So just hang tight. Okay. Now, with the myEcon compensation plan, you don't have to worry about that because the myEcon compensation plan is very straightforward, where there are not a lot of those variables as far as matching bonuses. It's very straightforward. So we're going to do some very basic math here. Okay. And obviously, you can do the math at home if you want, but when you look at what the monthly renewal is, $9.95, you can only stretch that so far. And then when you factor in 2.5% of $9.95, again, how far can you stretch that? So let's take 1,000. Okay. So we got 1,000 people renewing. And the one thing I want to throw out here, I didn't actually go analyze this, but at the level of bronze, because again, we're help 3 who get 3, right? And if you only sponsor 3 people, you're only at the level of bronze. Can you actually get to 1,000 people in your matrix? Because it only goes down so many levels. Can you even hit 1,000 people? Someone drop that in the comments. Let me know. Okay. So here we're going to do 1,000 times $9.95. Okay. Let me go fix this real quick. 1,000 times, all right, $9.95. Let me make sure I get my numbers right here. So obviously you have $9,950. Now we're going to times that, okay, by 2.5%. Okay. $9,950 times 2.5%. You guys could do the math at home. You can see the numbers on your screen right there. $248.75. Okay. So let's just put that right here. Okay. You have $248.75. Okay. 248.75 right there. Okay. And I know that could be a little bit neater, but you guys get the idea. Okay. So 1,000 people on your team and your residual take home pay, 2.5% of that based on your rank, based on the people, based on the data, is $248.75. Okay. Now let's talk about the variable. Let's talk about the thing that I know a lot of you guys want to talk about. The matching bonuses. Yay, the matching bonuses. So I'm gonna go very, very conservative here. You know what? Let's go over to myEcon here for a second, and then I'm gonna swing back. I'm gonna swing back to the matching bonuses here and talk about that. Let's just look at the residual itself. Let's just look at the renewal of the membership itself. So let's head on over to myEcon, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 1,000 people here. Okay, make that 6 look like a 0. So 1,000 people. Okay, that's going to specifically put you at the rank of, okay, CEO Infinity, which is the highest rank over inside of myEcon. Blow that up so it's same size as the other guy right there. Okay, so you have CEO Infinity. All right, so let's just make that bold. Boom, there we go. All right, so now we're going to use what we just saw in the compensation plan there. Okay. What are we going to multiply that 1,000 times? Now, there's no percentages here. It's basically a straightforward dollar. And I said about $9 because you're getting somewhere between $6 and $13 plus dollars. So we're going to go with a conservative $9. So I don't have to bust out the calculator for this one. You can see 1,000 people renewing. Okay, that's going to be $9,000. Okay, $9,000. And again, this is just data. This is black and white numbers right from the compensation plan. So 1,000 people renewing, okay, in LiveGood is 200. We'll just call it $250. Okay, 1,000 people renewing in LiveGood, 2.5%. 1,000 people renewing in myEcon is $9,000. I mean, yeah, you know, that's a pretty simple no-brainer right there. Pretty simple no-brainer. Now, we obviously know that the renewal amount is higher inside of myEcon. You know, it costs more per membership. Let's just get that out of the way. But on average, if someone's willing to pay $10 a month to be part of an online business, just think logically here for a second. If someone's willing to pay $10 a month to have an online digital business, would they be willing to pay $40 a month for an online digital business or $60 a month? Chances are they probably would, because all of these monthly memberships here, all of these are under $100. There's no crazy dollar amount in here. It's not like we're talking it's a $200 per month membership or a $500 per month membership. And by the way, those exist. Okay. So we're talking $10, $40, $60, like not really huge dollar amounts. And I know specifically with myEcon, with one sale a month, literally one sale a month, you could be in positive profit. Okay. So, I mean, if you look at LiveGood too, it's $50 to join. You get a $25 commission when someone joins. You could be even with 2 sales a month or positive with 3 sales a month. So let's just for numbers, just for data. So now let's talk about the elephant in the room here with LiveGood is, what about the matching bonuses? What about the matching commissions? So I'm going to go out on a big limb here. I'm going to go out, for all you LiveGood fans, I'm going to go out on a big, huge limb and state this. Okay. I'm going to give you about $2,500 in matching bonuses, which I think, to be honest with you, I think is a huge monster stretch. I don't think anyone No, I wouldn't say anyone. I don't think a lot of people are making more than $2,500 in matching bonuses. If you are, please comment below if my numbers are off or if you don't think this is fair. Okay. So I'm just going to say, hypothetically speaking, let's just say that you had multiple other bronzes on your team. And again, you can't really go higher than that. You can't factor in platinum, you can't factor in diamond or any of those other ranks because we're doing this based on the comparison of help three, get three. So is $2,500 accurate? I mean, I'm just going to throw out there that maybe we could give you an extra $2,500 in matching bonuses, but I think that's way too high, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna try to be as generous as I can. So when you add the two together here, the 2,500 and roughly the 250, you're talking roughly $3,000. So again, 1,000 people on your team in LiveGood may or may not get you about about $3,000 in residual income. 1,000 people on your team in myEcon will get you $9,000. That's much more certain. And yes, there's variables that it could, the renewal could be between $6 and $13 plus. But we know that from the data, the majority of the people on your team are going to be in your top 5 levels. The majority of the people on your team are going to really be between $9 and $13. So that $9 could be even higher. But again, I'm trying to go conservative here. I'm trying to play with the data that I have to make this as close to as accurate as possible. But what do you think? You determine the winner. Okay. I'm just using the data that's given to me by the compensation plan for myEcon, sorry, and by the compensation plan for LiveGood. So in these particular cases, myEcon is the clear winner. So for all of you LiveGood fans out there, if you guys want to use a compensation plan that makes more money per renewal, based on the data, don't hate the data, okay? If you want to make more with the compensation plan that pays more, maybe you want to consider myEcon. For all of you guys that are watching this that are in myEcon, if you want a compensation plan that pays less, maybe you want to consider LiveGood. It's your call. So either way, there's the numbers, there's the data. Thank you for watching. If you made it to this point in the video and you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button. The numbers don't lie, my friend. The data is the data, and you get to decide from here on out which compensation plan would you rather be a part of? Something that pays 2.5% per renewal per person, or something that pays a lot higher? I guess the decision's yours. I mean, 2.5%, you can only stretch $10 and you can only stretch 2.5% so far. And yes, again, the renewal in myEcon is higher, but not by a lot. Not by a lot. We're not talking hundreds of dollars here. We're talking like $30. It's not a lot of money. Okay. So there you have it. Appreciate you. I will see you, my friend, on the next one. Thank you for watching. Take care.